Perfection. All right, everyone, for a point of DM inspiration, who would like to give us a recap of last week's session?
Ooh, anyone want to take it or? All right, I'll take
I'll
it.
find my microphone alone.
All right. Anyway, so last time we were in the midst of exploring the mines. We had gotten out of the deadly elevator trap, and we were discussing things with the Forge Master, the Fire Princess, as we kind of started to investigate and take care of the hellhounds that were around her. We discovered that there was the giant Cerberus three-headed dog that charged in and started mocking us with very intelligent speech and, praising Lutheria and whatnot. As we fought, we discovered that this dog was indeed incredibly powerful, knocking us down one after the other. Eventually, Angus kind of separated as everybody basically went down to find the stone tablet to see if the Fire Princess would assist, which unfortunately she did not at that moment. Alakir fell, unfortunately, and was greeted by a secret voice that brought them back to life. And Marceline once again fell and died a third time, gaining a nasty new scar and a sick new haircut. And Redfern went down too, but was immediately healed. And Angus weakly tried to assist and then got swallowed again somehow. And then after we felled the Cerberus, Angus also fell in battle, revived by Pythor's sacrifice of his divine spark. And we leave off with our intrepid heroes recovering painfully wounded from this awful fight. I believe Orf has stepped away. Let me think. Anything else? Yes, I did want to mention one thing. Redfern did explode the icy furnace that was basically imprisoning the firekeeper.
Yeah.
Exploded.
And took out most of the party with me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Things happen. We try.
Yes,
But
shit
yeah.
happens when you party naked. Please take a point of DM inspiration. That was perfect.
I definitely will.
Everyone, we have a factspiration question this evening. Still a D6 at your character's current level. Usable in this session only.
D8 though?
Not yet.
You're not level
We're not
5
level.
yet.
Yeah.
I checked some character sheets, and some of you guys were bad boys and leveled up when I said that you have not leveled up yet.
Ooh.
Little bad boys.
Many of the resources.
Little bad boys. All right. So the factspiration question: what does your character do on their day off? So in this imaginary scenario, your character does not have a time clock that is rushing towards its end with an evil tyrant of a god pressing down upon them. So, what does your character do on their day off? And let us start with Redfern. Redfern, tell us about your slice of
Go
life.
to the beach. Go to the beach and take a. I would say take a bath. That would work. Go to the beach and like just lay in the sun. Lay on a rock like a lizard, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, a beach day. I love that. Beach episode win here in Odyssey of the Dragonlords Thursday night. Let me give a Redfern a factspiration. Boop. Perfect.
Yay.
All right. Going up the ladder to Alakir. Alakir, tell us, what would you do on your day off?
Well, I imagine he would. I don't know if this is real, but in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, there were these underwater tunnels, like long, winding labyrinths, which basically had rushing underground currents, and you had to dodge incoming walls and stones. And it's basically something like that. If you could find like a cave system to have fun in, that's something he would do.
Oh, That's awesome. So, and you all can tell me if I'm getting this wrong. Some spelunking.
Underwater spelunking.
The most dangerous kind. Hunting the most
It,
dangerous game.
it kind of sounds more like in Ocarina of not Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask when you're racing the beavers and you're just kind of going through that tunnel system. Kind of sounds a little more like that, but yeah. Am I the only one?
It's been a long time since I've 64'd, but that sounds very fun. I have given you a Faxpiration, Alikir. Okay,
Oh, thanks.
my pleasure. Marceline, tell us about your day off.
Leave or perform magical experience of dubious nature and safety. Did that go through?
It went
Yes, it
through,
does.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let me give you a Faxpiration dice.
And also from this day forth, pampering the fuck out of Zelda.
For those who have been uninitiated.
Ugh.
Jalda Bao.
What on earth?
She got a puppy.
Zelda pot.
No, I know the puppy. What on earth is that name?
Zelda boss. Zelda for short.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like one of those
It's the
like
name of a demon lord,
that's what I figured.
I was going to
Sure.
say,
but
sounds
not like a
Well-
D&D demon lord.
You know, we're talking about Yodabalth. Yodabalth is the demiurge. That's not Demon Lord. That's something far worse than Demon Lord.
It is
Yeah.
IRL mythology. Ooh.
Oh god.
Oh gosh, indeed. Well, you've earned a Faxpiration dice. Last but certainly not least, Angus, tell us, what does Angus do on their day off?
Well, probably before all the events that has transpired, I would say that Angus was primarily working, doing various odd jobs, but on his day off, he would probably, I don't want to say submit, but he would kind of go to his vice and he would go and find underground rings and beat the crap out of people for money.
Reliving his gladiatorial days.
Yeah, I think at this point it's probably going to change. He'll probably slow down a bit, but if anything, in this imaginary scenario where he gets a day off, he's probably working on his wrestling moves, trying to hone his body as best as he can.
I love that for you. Love it. Well, with all of that handled, spirations all given out, let me take you all back to the lower half of the Mithril Mines.
Like 3 minutes away from my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So, heroes, the enemies that you have slain are burnt to a crisp as the Flame Princess Pirkagia is moving about the room, hitting switches, pulling on levers, and activating mechanisms here in the Mithril Mines. So, party, tell me, what are you doing?
Well, Angus is unconscious in Pythor's arms. I believe Marceline wanted to go check out the bounty, and I believe also Redfern wanted to as well. That was
Yeah.
in the other room with the tablet.
The loot. It's in my
Yeah.
name. See, loot.
Yeah, you also wanted to get the ask the ghost things, right?
Yes.
Yes, and I believe I mentioned this last week. You guys found a high amount of coinage and adamantine tridents and javelins.
That's right. Was that all that was in the that corner? Okay, yeah, that was all that's in that corner. Makes sense. I mean, I don't know. What are you guys doing? Angus is unconscious.
I think Elkir is
Digging into the loot.
tending to Angus's wounds.
He is very burnt. I'm still working on Angus's burnt state. He'll be done by next week.
Bert? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he has some severe like acid burns for whatever reason. You don't know if maybe it's the power of Lutheria that happened with this stinking Cerberus, or the fact that Angus has been swallowed twice. But there is this massive like burn scar up the side of his face. His mullet is now like the bottom half of the mullet is gone, and he's got like a huge burn on the center of his chest. And almost looks kind of magical, where that energy from that divine spark is still kind of pulsating.
Oh, I thought you said Bert, like Bert from Bert and Ernie.
There's many
yeah.
things that's happening with Angus.
Okay,
It sucks.
good to know. But he's not a Muppet, so that's good.
Well,
So yes, heroes. The stuff I put into the loot page of the server is all that you found.
Oh yeah, okay, that's channel. Treasure.
we got lots of money and things that are good against objects.
So it
I'm-
sounds.
Money and weapons.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing we were looking for like was mithril ore and stuff, but at this moment, I think we're all trying to get out and long rest.
We're all trying to survive.
Yeah.
Or stay here.
Maybe we can rest. Maybe we can rest in the beds upstairs.
It's hard to say where it's safer right now.
Well, we didn't fully investigate down here yet. So maybe we can camp in this room. I guess it's safe in here. I don't know.
Well, let's see how safe it really is.
So, heroes, you hear a voice speak out to you, and you recognize this voice as the voice of Pirkagia, the Forge Keeper. She says, with a fierce intensity in her eyes, "Heroes, chosen of Versi's prophecy, please gather round quickly."
What do you have in mind?
She looks to you and says, "You rekindled the fires of the Mythal Forge, and for that I am grateful." She says with a voice that crackles with heat, "For centuries the forge lay dormant and its power faded, but now, thanks to you, its flames burn bright again."
What was that stopping you from lighting the forge? You did it from inside of the pot.
She points to the ball that you exploded, to the corpses of the monsters that you fought.
Yeah, but again, you did it from the bottom of the pot.
She nods to you. She says, "Yes, I was a part, but you were the catalyst that lit the flame." She pauses for a moment, as if considering her words carefully. "As the Forge Keeper, I must ensure that its power is used for good. And I've watched your battles, your conflicts, and I think you are worthy of this power. And as I said, I will remain here for a year, using its flames to forge the items that you will need. But I will need assistance. Please, I have no way of contacting Vulcan or his dwarven kin. Perhaps you all can help me with that?"
Can you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't quite hear the last part.
"Perhaps you can contact Vulcan and his dwarven kin?"
Yeah. Yeah, sure, we can do that, I think. I'll kind of look at everyone else.
Well, we are kind of destroyed and exhausted at the moment. But perhaps once we're rested, we can do something about that. And if not, we can travel and give them the word that the forge has been relit.
Well, he's gonna break his nose.
Yeah. Would you mind if we rested here for a little before we head out back to the Astoria?
She says, "Feel free to rest here." The salamander does take a slither close to you, or closer to you all. Remember, the forge is no toy. It's a tool of creation, but can also be a weapon of destruction. Use it wisely, for the fate of Thylea hangs in the balance.
I need to feed my cat hose.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, Angus's this entire conversation is being cradled, so I haven't been talking.
Angus, are you okay?
He's
I'm
unconscious.
missing this. Oh yeah. But you
He's
said
just-
that in character. Sorry.
Resting.
He's just sleeping.
Painfully,
Well,
you hear him groan and moan, and
Alkir will kind of cock his head and ask, "You speak of this forge as though it can be used to many very different purposes. I was under the impression that it was a powerful place to forge weapons and perhaps armor, but you speak as if there is something else it can do, something more destructive."
She looks to you and kind of smirks and says, "With the power of the forge, weapons, armor, items of power, all are within your grasp. It is also a gateway to the hollow world, a place between places."
That sounds like a Doom reference.
What's Doom?
Yeah, she slithers back because Marceline's player character cannot remain in character for even 2 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I will, as I said, remain here for the time. And I will use the Forge's power to help you all in any way that I can. Then I will return home to the city of Brass, and the Forge will be in your hands. Remember, the flames of creation and destruction are one and the same.
That's pretty wise. But regardless, I think we are all tired and we need some rest to contemplate what just happened. As he kind of absentmindedly scratches his newly found beard or mini beard.
Absolutely. The Flame Princess kind of bows her head. "Well, farewell, prophecies chosen. May the fire guide you on your path, and may the armaments I forge for you aid you in your quests. Use its power wisely. I have more work to do. Please, see that the dwarves and Vulcan come here expediently." She turns her back and flops her hair and slithers out to continue flipping levers, activating wheels, doing all of those things. Does anyone stop her, or do you guys just let her go?
Sorry, where is she going?
Oh, she's just like going around the forge, like getting everything lit, getting everything started, just to make sure that this place is ready to go.
I mean, okay. I don't think Alakir would be understands any of this anyway, so he's just like, yeah, sure. She's lighting up the forge.
Perfect. You all see that Kyra, goddess of music, is scribbling heavily onto scrolls. Her pen moving so quickly, you swear it could catch fire. As she looks up from the page, she says, "Everyone, I think I've made something beautiful."
Can I see?
We're gonna regret it, don't we?
Yeah.
She says, "I've written a poem."
Oh. I was expecting a loot picture, but okay.
She blushes.
I
She says, "Well, here we go, everyone." And she stands up. She looks around and she's like, "Can I get some accompanying music, everyone?"
How?
Is anyone in condition to play music?
Kyra, we all just everyone but me just died, and even now I'm in a state where I can't really do much. We all need a rest before we can really do anything.
What is this weird stuff?
Yeah, what's this wee stuff? You guys went through a lot, and I think the best thing to do when you go through a harsh ordeal is to find some levity, and I think one of the best sources of levity, of course, is poetry.
So we're in agreement then. We're going to kill Redford and see what brings them back to life.
No.
She
No.
looks around. What? What did you just say?
Well, clearly Redford didn't die, so
She's
Well,
like,
hopefully we can keep it that way. The fewer people die, the better. Ow.
You're on your last life, don't test it. Actually, do we all know that Marcine's on her last life?
I don't think
She
in
does-
character we know, but I
Yeah,
think
I
we
don't think
know that
we
she
know.
died 3 times.
Yeah, she
Oh,
might
yeah.
know. I don't think we know.
Fair enough, ignore that.
Sure, that's what he said.
I mean, the scar looks probably pretty nasty.
There's a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Kyra, you don't take this wrong way, but I think we're all a little intimidated, even under normal circumstances, to play for you because you're just so much above all of us in that regard.
she looks to you and she says, "Are you trying to gain some faction points with me, Alkir? Because
The what?
you're trying to gain some faction points? Because that's about to happen if you keep talking to me that way."
What's
Elker looks genuinely confused, but just kind of shrugs and says, "Like, I don't play music instruments," and he is unconscious, pointing at Angus, and she's a dragon, and and then kind of points to Marceline and kind of shrugs again. So I don't know, what do you expect?
Okay. Well, we'll do this as the kiddos say, a cappella. The heroes fought with all their might, but death came calling in the night. Marceline went down, but rose again. Angus too, with Pythor's help. Amen. Alakir's fate is quite unclear. Perhaps a spirit
Hello?
now lives near. But let's not dwell on that for now. Let's focus on the battles. Pow!
Hey.
Yeah, we can hear you. The young Cerberus put up a fight, but in the end, it lost its might. Its 3 mouths will never again devour foes or cause such pain, so raise a glass and sing a song to the brave heroes who fought so strong. May their names be remembered well in tales and songs that future bards will tell. And she bows.
What do you mean the spirit with Alakir? Like, what do you mean spirit?
Oh, she's like, well, he came back to life, so I don't know if like he's got like something ghostly about him, or if his spirit came back. I also needed something that rhymed.
Yeah, it's a wonderful
Oh.
story, maybe for another time. That was impressive. And Elker kind of
Oh.
claps a little bit.
Golf clap. Redfern golf clap with. Actually, how can Redfern clap if she has two guys off for 4 feet to stand?
I hope for your sake that what revived you isn't similar to my problem.
Okay, I don't think any of us know your problem in character, but okay.
A large groan can be heard from Angus from that poem.
I think you're hurting him. I think we should rest before we kill someone.
Nah, that just means he can hear fine. I mean, if we're like settling down and it seems like the coast is clear, Alkir will actually use the remainder of his power to cast Cure Wounds on Angus just to alleviate the pain and maybe make the acid burns not quite so extreme. Oh, cool. Well, you get 7 hit points, I guess.
Whole 7. Angus just kind of grunts. Probably magically, some of the wounds start to not be as pink and deadly as much, but there's still like this huge scar, burn scar across his right pec. It's just the fur is burned away, the mullet's gone. He's got a couple of new scars, and his left ear, the tip of it, does not have any fur. Oh.
Your father is there with you, his hand on your shoulder as you wake. You see everyone is kind of looking at you, Angus, as you awaken.
Are they dead?
Only for a little bit.
I run over to Marceline and give her a big hug. You're alive!
Ow! Ow! Yes.
Angus.
Yes, I'm fine, Angus.
Oh.
Angus, you're going bald.
Run over to pretty much each and every party member and give him a big bear hug.
Angus, I would rest. You may get hurt if you keep pushing yourself like this.
You'll be back to your normal self in about a day or two.
Did that
The
lady
shock of
actually
resurrection passes quickly.
did that lady actually fucking do anything?
Nope.
Alkir slightly blushes.
Why are you blushing? Are you injured? Did you die? Are you okay?
I
Wait.
did.
Wait. And he kind of like holds your face and like feels the stubble. What?
I
When
don't
did you grow
know.
that?
I am as confused as you are.
Is it dirt? Do you need someone to wipe it off? Are you okay?
I don't know yet. I think we need to sleep on it and figure it out. I think this is what humans call beards.
I mean, yeah, it's a beard. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a very very early beard. I mean, look at
Yeah,
my
but-
beard. Look at Pythor's beard, and he pulls on Pythor's beard. This is a beard.
Pythor looks to you and says, "Hey, Alokir, I don't want to sound insensitive or anything here, but don't elves not grow beards?"
See, he gets it. I've, like, what, 4 centuries? Never had any facial hair. And
That's
now this.
weird.
It
You
is.
haven't had any mixed ancestry?
No, I don't think so. At least from what my parents told me. Besides, this is definitely not my heritage speaking here. It's something else.
It's really
Perhaps
strange.
something that brought me back from the dead.
Yeah, how is that? How am I alive, by the way?
Elkir kind of looks to Pythor.
Pythor did god things.
What do you mean? What did you do?
Son, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you from the time that you were born. It's no excuse that I didn't know about you. So, I did what any good father would do. I gave up half of my divine spark so that you could come back.
Wow.
Dominguez is a god now.
I mean, technically was already a god, but whoops.
Like more of a god.
Demigod.
Yeah, well, he already is a demigod though. Like he's.
I mean, what? How are you going to be okay?
He didn't even hesitate.
I'll be fine. You see his sister is looking at him, pissed.
I look immediately at Kyra and I'm like, is he going to be okay?
Well, your poppy is going to be, let's just say, one bad day from just dying in his sleep. Mechanically, he has 3 levels of exhaustion permanently.
Oh shit!
That is not. Thank you. I appreciate this.
Son, it's the only thing I could do. Only thing I could think to do. I know it was reckless, but I would rather give up part of my spark, weaken myself, than have you gone.
It's very big of you. Thank you. I was electrocuted. Um, just
Comment.
we were supposed to use that power to protect Honora, but well, let's get you home.
Your father still has a very high strength score. However, he stands up and groans.
I help him.
Is he 3 levels of exhaustion? Ain't no joke.
Yeah, I definitely help him. So
Mechanically, Angus, you do have half of his spark within you. It has not given you any godlike powers, but it did bring you back to life.
oh, cool, cool.
Which is pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean, pretty good.
Pretty good.
As you all are looking around at your allies, you see that Corinna, Hercus, and Lorius all have looks on their face like they have something to say, but they don't want to speak it unless you all ask them to speak. They don't want to ruin the moment or overstep their bounds.
Okay, guys, let's get the heck out of here and then we can talk, okay?
I mean, don't you want to stay
Unless
down here where it seems like the danger has passed? Who knows what's up there up top? Python made quite an entrance. Who knows what has been attracted?
I mean, I kind of give a look over to I can't pronounce that name, the Fire Princess. I'm just like,
Parakagia?
yeah, Parakagia.
Guys, I found water.
Water. We need water. Come, father. Kind of drag him over to the water.
Absolutely. He'll, using you as kind of like a crutch, he will come over and everyone, your B team members, will come with as well. And you all see a grand sight. You see a dock, potentially meant for a gigantic galleon or several smaller ships. And you hear and see the giant waterfall that you all traveled underneath, falling upon the water.
Oh, look at that.
Wait, is that? And Algiro kind of looks. Does that look like the bed of like the place where the waterfall hits the river?
Yes, it does. And Marceline, as you walk down, because you have excellent dark vision, you see that there is a giant bronze lever on the wall.
Oh, that must be the mechanism that reveals whatever hidden entrance this might be.
Sorry, what did you say, Marceline? I can't hear you over the waterfall.
There's a lever there, right there.
What? There's a.
I do not see it. It's right there.
There's a what?
It's really loud down here.
It's so loud.
What's loud? I can't hear you.
Okay, there is a waterfall.
Non-elves! Your rounded ears stunt your perception!
You hear Kyra
Yeah.
whisper under her breath, "That was racist."
You shut your face!
Anyway,
What?
get some water and we rest. And we get the hell out of here for now. Please.
Yep, sounds good. Oh boy,
Marcy's just
I'm
gonna,
just pissed we had to go all that way when we could have just fucking walked through the waterfall.
I don't. Look here, I think you're the only one that would have been able to survive that, just to let you know.
I mean,
Could have.
like,
Okay, 2 people could have done that. I do not swim very well. I am not a good swimmer.
you know, it's only like a couple thousand tons of water crashing on you. It's fine. You can just swim through it.
Alakir, can you repeat what you just said and think about what you just said? And look
no.
at me.
I played the lack of talking.
Marceline's just gonna go down to wherever there might be any calm water, if there is any. And then she's gonna start trying to give Dialga a bath because he's covered in unmentionable birth fluid.
Actually, while I'm out here, can I try to inspect the lever mechanism and see whether it, I don't know, launches something out of the wall to cover the waterfall, or reveals a hidden door or something? Like, what is it supposed to do?
Sure. If you all had the crafting skill from Pathfinder 2e, I would ask you for that. I think a suitable skill here would be Tinkerer's Tools. If you are not skilled in Tinkerer's Tools, I would accept Smith's Tools Intelligence.
I got that.
I
Okay.
have intelligence. I'm smart.
But yeah, do you have proficiency in Smith tools?
I have none of that.
Oh, I don't have any tool proficiencies. I'm a dragon.
Oh. Could I argue that I could use a different modifier with that? Maybe wisdom?
Sure. I would accept.
Because Nope.
Oh, I mean,
It's a 12.
This lever, you can see that it connects to several pipes, mechanisms that stretch up the wall. And as you trace the mechanisms, the gears, the pipes, you see that they connect to a large pulley system on the top of the wall, and it seems to go up past the waterfall. So your best guess is that by pulling this lever, it's going to do something to the waterfall. Exactly what that is, you'll have to pull to find out.
Apparently, this is going to do something to the waterfall. Let's get a vote. Shall I pull it?
Sure. Off me.
I look here.
I vote we rest and then we pull it.
Well, this could be like a way out. That's why I'm wondering. Because apparently, I think if you pull this, something about the waterfall will happen.
I mean, sure, that is possible. Maybe it just, closes down the waterfall somehow or allows us to leave. But if that's the case, we are gonna go into an unknown territory once again.
That is incredibly true. We do need to rest. I can barely stand.
Yeah, let's.
Marceline, what are you bathing?
Funny story. So, the dog that ate you and killed you. Okay, maybe not so funny.
I'm laughing
Seems to have
so hard.
birthed that after dying, or perhaps it is that dog but just reincarnated. I'm not sure. Those are my two working theories.
So that's
That would be
weird.
fucking awesome!
Wait, hold on a second. The same thing happened before.
It did?
Yeah, well, when we fought the boar, it also had baby. It had Jimmy.
Jimmy was already in the cave!
Oh,
Yeah, I think. And this one got birthed like out of the blood and remains of the Cerberus.
You don't want to know what I'm washing out of his fur. It's sticky.
it's
So
probably
sticky.
It's probably me at some point.
No, I stabbed in the other spot for you.
Okay. Point being, do you think we should trust that little puppy?
Oh, Sticky!
Honestly, who knows? I don't know. My instinct is to not trust it, but it's a puppy.
Kind of look
So-
at Redfern.
What? Yeah. What do you need?
What do you think? Should we trust puppy?
Oh, he bit me.
Okay,
I didn't bite you.
that's a vote. That's a vote for no.
Okay.
I mean, I will say that
Still, stop it! It's in your eyes. Stop! Ow! Stop!
he's fine. I think we can keep him for now.
I mean, yeah, like it's a puppy, so assuming it's not the dog reincarnated with all its memories, we can maybe bring it up. Maybe it's gonna turn into an ally. I don't know.
In worst case scenario, we can just kill it. Maybe.
Well, okay, sure, but we do have enough dead children on our hands already, so I would say maybe we give this a go and just
Okay.
we can deal with it later.
Well, okay. So, what's the plan? Do I pull lever?
Sure.
You can blame me.
I put a poll up in the chat. So far, only 3 people have
Oh.
replied to the poll.
Marceline, pull the lever or no pull the lever?
No, we're not ready for invaders.
Well, that's kind of my point, yeah.
Okay, let's
I
go.
voted. I thought
Alright.
I didn't do the poll.
Marcel,
That's fine.
we want to respect your player agency, but also, because we live in America, we also respect democracy. Corinna will look over to Alakir, Angus, and Redfern as her hand stretches to the lever. She looks at you for the go-ahead, Alakir.
But once again, maybe we should wait and rest before we do that.
All right. I think we should listen to the healer. Let's rest.
She
Like,
beats
yeah,
her hand
I
away.
For full disclosure, my vote was to pull that motherfucker, but after we rest.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I want to go sleep.
Let's
Alrighty.
not die.
Yeah, it's relatively safe, warm, and protected.
I feel
Maybe.
very weak. It's very strange.
Well, you did die very recently. It's
Is that what that was? Did I die?
Yeah.
you were
Oh.
Did you
dead.
not know that?
No, I didn't really know that.
Like almost all of us died there, and
Huh.
it leaves a mark on you for a while. But you
Yeah.
can pick yourself up and move forward. It's
Feels
okay.
like it. I don't know. I feel weakened for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, let's wait until you feel yourself in the morning.
Okay. Let's go.
Our food doesn't hurt more in the morning.
Hopefully. Marceline, we are leaving. We need to go sleep. Come on.
Well, leaving is a strong word.
I don't think she can hear you.
He's not
It-
clean yet.
I mean, I will say that this little cubby over here, if we get our bedrolls out, it's
Angus
great.
is going to kind of roughly grab the dog, dunk it in the water, shake it a bit, and then hand it back to Marceline.
It's not how this works, Angus.
That dog might have been the one that ate me and shot me out. Deal with it. Well, let's go.
Yeah, so the Forge Keeper would have told you guys that you're feel free to sleep down here if you all would like.
I think there was technically some lodging up north.
Like on this level? I
Yeah,
remember
like
that's
oh no, there was a a thing up here. There was this, but there wasn't really lodging.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we just rush down here. We could theoretically go up to the dwarves' rooms, but that may be a bad idea.
Right. I mean,
Back here.
Let's just portion off a wall, and then we can just
That collapsed. That looks like it's collapsed.
down here
Oh no, it leads to. Yeah,
the
that's
hollow.
Maybe it's the abyss that we saw upstairs.
collapsed as hell.
Yeah, that's the bad place, right? I can't see.
Maybe if we go further down, but it's where the whatever killed the thing upstairs came out of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not a
it's
good
not
idea.
somewhere.
I kind of want to go sleep. Can we go sleep?
Let's sleep.
Yep. Let's sleep.
Before the actual rest, Marcelin's gonna process some more meat from the dead dogs because the big Cerberus did say it got big and strong from the others. So maybe it's a spiritual thing.
Maybe we can like make this area into like little base camp just for now, and then part like stuff here, so that at least we have like, I don't know, barrier.
I may be overthinking it, but I think we should just rest. I'm tired.
Yeah, I need to sleep.
Elkir will have probably noticed that Karina and others have something to say, so he'll ask, Karina, what's you seem like you want to speak your mind. What's on your mind?
She kind of stands up with a start. You see a little bit of blush come to her cheeks, and she says, "Oh, hello, everyone. I'm." And guys can see, of course, that she's been bandaged up from the wounds she got from their own fight against the monsters here of the Mithril Forge. And Curtis will say, "Hey guys, I know that I do not have the experience or battle scars that you all have, but I want you to know that I am just as committed to my oath of protection. My father was King Pythor's most skilled ranger, and I aspire to be him, or like him, someday. I know I have a lot to learn, and I couldn't ask for better companions than you all."
Okay.
Thank you.
Well said.
Well, when I first met you, I was lost and alone, running from goatlings, but you all took me in and didn't hesitate to put yourselves in harm's way to protect me. I know I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for your bravery and willingness to take me under your wing.
And you've been a lot of help, and I'm sure you will prove yourself a worthy ally again and again.
She'll look around and say, "I want to strengthen our bond of fellowship. I want to be there for each and every one of you, support you in battle and in life. As I said, I'm not the strongest or most experienced, but I'll give everything I have to protect you and be a true friend." She looks at you, Alakir, and kind of blushes, and she says, "Let's keep fighting together for each other, for the greater good. I believe we can overcome the obstacles that have come our way."
Sorry, my internet just went out for a sec. I
Okay.
think Alukir will, but I did hear what she said. Does he get it? Is the question.
The microwave, and I'm pretty hungry.
I think Alukir will say, well, of course, when people have each other's back, well, they stand stronger. So we protect each other, and that extends to you as well.
Yeah.
And he kind of just like nods with a smile to her.
Do any of the other heroes have anything to say to Krina?
Not me.
Just take a big hand and pat her head. You did really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
You feel a small set of hands upon your body, Angus. You know that this is Hercus.
Why, Hercus?
He
What
is
you want?
still applying some bandages to you. You see, he has actually been going around to everyone, applying bandages, putting salves on them, and making
Corina,
sure everyone's
you
up
know
to
what
top shape.
you know what you could do, Corina? You could make sure our allies don't get fucking swallowed by giant monsters.
Wait, you say that to Corinna?
Yeah, just like just make sure that like Hercus and Jimmy, especially Jimmy, does not get eaten by giant monster.
Oh, oh. She throws her hand over her heart. I can do that.
Yeah, I mean you're very good with bow, and I am not very well. I'm kind of good with bow. I keep rushing into things. I think you have better head on shoulder than I do. So just stay safe.
You know, come to think, out of our entire group, I don't think any of us are trained in stealth. I mean,
Uh,
sure, I got the spell, but that's kind of cheating.
yeah, I don't think any of us are.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
Dexterity? What is that?
I can technically do stealth, but I'm not proficient in it.
And between me and Hercus, we're not really lacking in the nature department, but you, Karina, you have the makings of potentially being a great rogue. And I don't mean like rogue as in the class, I just mean like sneaky.
She blushes and she says, "My father always said that I was the softest pair of feet he had ever heard."
How can it be the softest
Strange euphemism, but okay.
It's very strange. But the most important thing, Corina, is to stay safe. Because if we die, the most important thing is that you stay alive.
I'm surprised you're still as enthusiastic when you are, as you have been, very clearly facing immortality with 3 of us dying that fight.
I don't think she was here.
She's like, "Wait, what? You?
Don't worry about it. We got better.
Wait, I thought you said they were here last session.
No, they had just got in. So they were doing their own fight while we were fighting the Cerberus.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I call it.
timey-wimey stuff here. While you guys are fighting, the B team obviously is there supporting you with their B team abilities, passive and active. But in my headcanon, like Jimmy was like ripping the throat out of a death dog. Corinna
What?
was filling
What?
up enemies with arrows. Hercus uses his flaming acorns and he says, "Chew on my nuts, bitch," as he throws them at enemies.
Why
How
is he
dare you.
from Brooklyn?
So yeah,
He's
they are aware.
exclusive of Brooklyn.
Jimmy is a bard. Okay,
Oh, no,
Jimmy is the little cheerleader for everybody.
It's the College of Swords.
Mhm.
But so, given that they're fighting alongside us, they saw us die, right? Or did they not register that we died?
For most of them, they didn't register that you died because, like, you got a hit on you while you were down, and then
Mhm.
within 6 seconds you stood up like nothing
That's fair.
happened.
Okay.
Well, everybody but Angus.
Yeah, for Angus it was a bit more involved.
Yeah, Angus, everyone knew that you died because you got pulled out, and then Pythor hit you with the shock paddles of Divine Spark.
Well, thank you. Let's rest. Because I am about to fall over, and I don't want to fall over on you, because I am very heavy.
Just try not to fall over into the lava.
I did not. I will try my best. Alikir, why did you blush earlier?
Well, it's don't worry about it. It's just I did fall into the lava.
Oh my god! Are you
But
okay?
I am, yeah, I'm fine actually. I was actually she, and he'll point to Perkagia, as she helped in a way. And he's again blushing a little bit.
He kind of not leers at Perkagia, but just kind of gives her a look. At least you helped in one way. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, where are we sleeping? I need to sleep.
I mean, this room, or perhaps that little cubby to the south would be fine, I think.
I'm fine sleeping here.
Next to the forge itself would likely be safest.
All right.
Kind of slow, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit over here. Too close to the forge is a little uncomfortable, but that'll be close enough.
Okay. Come here, Jimmy. I need to use you as pillow.
Jimmy will happily run over to you. Jimmy! It screams out as he. No, he doesn't scream out his own name. He's not a Pokemon, but he does run over to you.
I was going to say that's a great South Park reference, but
South Park, Pokemon, they're all the same. All the same. Yeah. Hercus, as he's continuing to bandage people up, he says, my friends. I can't express enough gratitude for what you've done for me. You know, Redfern, you lift that curse that had plagued me for so long, and for that, I'm forever in your debt.
Thanks. I think, or you're welcome, I guess. I'm sorry, wounds. I came to my head. I need to sleep.
Well, you know, when I was cursed, I lost myself. I lost touch with who I was, and I became something else entirely. But now I feel like I'm myself again, thanks to your heroic nature and your kindness.
ooh.
No problem.
Well, when I swore that oath, I swore it with all my heart. You have shown me that there's still hope in Thalia, and there's still good people who fight for what is right. And I'll follow you wherever you go. I'll use my powers to aid you all in whatever way I can, he says to the group.
Thank you.
Angus has spread out his bedroll and has flumped over and is just snoring loudly and gives a thumbs up.
Alkir also kind of absent-mindedly gives a thumbs up, but he's looking like an unexpected thought has struck him, and he's kind of just looking. Every now and again, looks at Karina, and kind of just in a slightly confused way,
Mm-hmm.
as though something that struck him that he hasn't contemplated before.
There's something there that wasn't there before, a British woman sings while she is trapped in the shape of a teapot. That's a Beauty and the Beast reference for all of you who didn't understand that. Hercus continues to speak. I know I may seem small and insignificant, but you know, I could be a squirrel, a gnome, but even a bear. But I'll fight with all my might for the causes that we all share. Each and every one of us.
Oh, you play Thor.
Pythor looks to you and he says, how am I? Is that what you're
Yes.
asking me?
I don't know. You were kind of quiet. I didn't know if you wanted to say something. I guess you already said your piece earlier, so we'll ignore it.
And once again, I am back.
Pythor looks to Hercus and tells him to continue, and Hercus will say, well, I'll never forget y'all's kindness, and I'll strive to be worthy of your trust and friendship. Hopefully, we can change the fate of Thylea one battle and one adventure at a time.
Oh, I think I have something just for this. The Martian will turn around and dig into her sack. And I explicitly remembered I put an extra bottle in there at the first session, but I forgot to actually put it on my sheet. But since this is purely for flavor, can I just have that in there still?
An extra bottle of?
Just whatever the wine was in the first session.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
She will take it out and say, this was a good vintage too. And she'll pop the cork and say, let's make a toast. If everybody's just going to go around and say things they appreciate, why not drink to it?
That's actually pretty cool.
But why am I getting up? Why are you poking me, Marceline?
What?
What? What happened?
But I wasn't. Anyway.
Itchy. Why am I itchy?
Everybody, hand over your empty potion bottles. I'll clean them out and then pour everybody a cup.
Oh, we're drinking?
We're having a toast.
Okay.
Karina went and said the things she appreciated, and then Hercus did, and I guess everybody else is going to. So a toast.
Okay.
Sure, why not? I'll
Sure.
I guess it is a tradition, and Algir will pull out the empty potion of from the potion of courage and and give it to Marceline.
Oh boy.
Marceline will look at it with disdain, and she will clean it out with presentation before she grabs it from you, rather than after.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
Angus takes the ivory horn and kind of plugs the other end and hands it over.
Oh, right, I haven't pulled the horn out from the elevator. Eh,
This is the horn that I had. I took it. I took it back.
yeah, but Marceline stuck the horn of Valmetria in the fire trap and never pulled it out.
Oh, let me go get that for you. I gotta go get that real quick.
That thing can make wine too, but fuck that wine.
I'm gonna pull the horn of Belmitra and bring it back to Marceline and just be like, "We don't want to leave that, right? That's like a thing we need. I don't think we should leave that."
I was gonna get it when I remember.
Your aunt says, yeah, we shouldn't leave the incredibly powerful magic item just shoved in an oil hole.
You got covered in oil again, Marceline, as I pulled it out. Can you clean me? I hate that.
You're
I hate
right.
oil.
We shouldn't leave it in a temple totally unguarded with no safeguards whatsoever, so that a pair of fucking goatlings can walk in and steal it.
Algir will go and pull out his bedroll, which is all covered in oil as well.
And I shall clean all of the implements.
Thanks. Thank you, Marceline.
Give me wine. I am very, very thirsty.
Oh, I'm gonna hate it, but I'll participate as part of the ritual, so to speak.
Sure, why not?
Well, the custom, you know, the toast.
I assume
Okay.
everybody has one, even little Jimmy.
I mean, I will share it with Jimmy.
Because of...
Jimmy doesn't need to drink. He's too young to drink.
How old is Jimmy? I'll look at Jimmy.
Not even like a year old. Not even a
Jimmy's got a
couple.
divine spark in him.
Yeah, but Jimmy, you don't want to drink.
Jimmy is like a dog who sees a pizza. He would love to have a nice little drink.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little sips. You should not drink too much because you are a tiny little one.
Jimmy will nod and just take a small drink.
All right, we toast. Prost.
Toast.
Come on, a toast to future prosperity.
Toast to
Absolutely.
friendship and toast to friendship and honor.
Kind of take the seat next to Pythor and clink with him. Kind of.
Our quests, and however tenuous our continued mortality may be.
Your father, Angus, will clink with you, and you all can clink your wine cups and settle down for the evening if you so choose.
Oh, thank God. I need to sleep.
Do any other B team members have speeches?
You don't see that. Kyra had her super cool, super sweet, awesome poem. You don't see that Pythor or Mr. Lorius have anything crazy to say. They just look happy to be here.
And not get eaten.
Before Angus goes to sleep, he holds Pythor's hand and says thank you,
So
and then goes to sleep.
you don't have to thank me.
Ah,
It's what I should do. So you guys go to start a long rest.
My hit
Yeah.
dice. I'm just gonna roll my hit dice. See what it is.
Quick timeout. I didn't
Oh.
say you guys
Oh, yeah.
took a long rest. I said you started a long rest.
Oh,
guys
God.
are being
like I
bad
just
boys.
said, that sounds ominous.
This Redfern's so horny for that long rest.
I mean, we all are, but
Stop trying to kill us.
Mhm.
we all are very horny for it.
Sorry,
need that.
I thought you said I always said long rest. I thought we're taking a long rest, and maybe I take that meaning the same thing.
It is
It
not.
means the same thing to
You
me.
start a long rest. I'll forgive
So
you this
just-
time. Next time, I don't know if I will. No, I'm just kidding.
Fair enough.
So, you guys begin to take a rest. Give me one moment.
What?
Oh,
That's not the music I wanted.
shots.
Was that anime music?
Shots.
Was that anime music?
Hey, this is wine, not vodka.
There we go.
Ooh.
That's what I wanted. A woman's voice plays softly in your minds. Poor little mortals. The voice is soft and concerned. So worried about everything. Worried about honoring gods, offending them. Worried about war in the future. What can we do to make you worry less? Angus,
Hi.
you heard that voice.
Okay.
You find yourself back in that familiar gladiatorial arena,
Shit.
and you can hear the sound of a cheering crowd and the stench of blood and death. You hear the cheers of spectators and the clanging of swords as the next gladiator steps onto the sand. You look down at your hands, which are already slick with the blood of your fallen opponents.
Okay.
As you begin this all-familiar song and dance, the fight, you can feel your rage building up within you. You try to control it, but it overtakes you like a wildfire. And you become that burst of magic. Suddenly the arena erupts into chaos. Gladiators fall to the ground, their bodies twisted and contorted by the power coursing through you. The audience screams in terror as these tendrils of force spread, causing the walls of the arena to crack and crumble. Try to stop it. The power is too much to handle. The screams of dying gladiators and audience members fill your ear as you feel that familiar feeling, causing death and destruction. What does Angus try to do here?
In this moment, I mean, he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. He can't really tell if this is the dream or the memory. I think in that moment that he was trying to figure out, he was trying to control it. Control whatever this is, because he can feel that it's coming out of him, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
So he tries to bring it back in.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. There we go.
It's pretty
Yay.
good. Pretty good. As you try to drag that power into you, as you try to escape the scene of destruction, you feel something tugging at you, pulling at your heart, pulling at your very soul, pulling you down into the arena, into darkness. All around you are shadows watching your every move. As you try to make sense of the surroundings, give me a perception check.
Spooky.
It's a spooky. It's a spooky.
Angus finally gets his dreams.
Well, you notice these shadows are shifting and changing. You see the faces of the people you murdered in the arena. Their faces twisted in anger and pain as they begin to lunge at you with your weapons drawn. What do you try to do as they are coming at you, sword in hand?
Nothing.
Interesting.
I open my arms.
As you open your arms, the magic surges through you. The figures continue to come, their attacks growing more and more relentless as the tendrils of force draw them in. You can feel a presence behind you, above you, and around you. Something ancient that seems to be guiding you. A voice whispers in your ear, "Embrace the power. Let it all out." What do you do?
Fuck. I mean, honestly, I think he's trying to atone for everything that he's done. So I think he still has his arms outstretched, waiting for them to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in that moment he relaxes. So the power probably surges out, I'm going to say.
Fighting against the darkness, you release your magic. The shadowy figures continue to come, and you feel your mind being pushed closer and closer into madness.
Ooh.
Alakir! You heard that voice. Oh, and I should say, for our Mr. Angus, as your vision ended, you heard one sound above anything else.
Oh, Lutheria. Fuck you.
A cackling woman laughing.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Anime laughter. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
It's unsettling.
Alakir, you find yourself on the deck of a ship, surrounded by the roaring waves of a storm. You see your friends, your crewmates, struggling at the rigging to keep the ship afloat. The wind and waves are too much to handle. Lightning is flashing overhead, illuminating the chaos around you. You feel a sense of panic rising in your chest as your friends and allies are trying to control the ship. Alakir, what do you try to do?
I think that in this moment he remembers. He remembers essentially trying to control the waves and use his magic, and how it ultimately failed miserably. So this time I think he, remembering that, he tries to instead go and physically help his friends and the crew, either keep the ship afloat or perhaps, well, I mean, yeah, I think that's the only option in a raging storm. Because, I mean, perhaps because he was not there with them, he was just trying to, do his magical stuff. Perhaps because they were lacking him, that's why the ship went down. That's kind of his thought process.
Sure. You feel a growing sense of despair as you realize that the strength of your arm, the strength of your body, is not enough. The ship is tossed about like a toy in a children's bath, and you watch helplessly as your ship capsizes. Your friends are thrown into the ocean, struggling against the current and waves. You try to reach out to them, but you too are sucked under. The icy water is in around you as you struggle to keep them in your vision as they're being dragged into the depths, their faces twisted in terror and in pain. Alakir, what do you do as you see this?
He's going to call out to Thalia and say, "Please help me save them. I am lost without purpose in this world. Please help me save them in this moment. You're my only hope."
Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
So, as you call out to Thylea, hoping for guidance and aid, no response comes. You see that familial object, which you had never let go of before, cast into the darkness below. You feel crushing weight on you as your friends, crewmates, and potential connection to the goddess lost as you are pulled deeper and deeper into the abyss. Its darkness is suffocating, and you can't see anything beyond the faint glow of your own body. And as you try to swim up to the surface, your limbs feel heavy and unresponsive, as if they were made of lead. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Oof. As you try to swim against the current, it feels like you are just being pulled into the ocean towards a darkness that seems to be calling to you. The water is so cold that even your innate resistance to it is not keeping up. Your bones feel frozen. You start to see strange shapes and shadows moving in the water, watching you.
Can I try to
Go ahead.
materialize? I mean, he seems helpless, but also he is being taken in probably the same direction as his friends are, so he's not. It kind of feels fitting, but seeing the shapes materialize, can he try to materialize a light in his hand and so that he gets a better look?
Oh, absolutely. Make me another wisdom check here. Okay. Your hand is illuminated with light, and you see the creatures that are drawing near, covered in tentacles, sharp teeth, and glowing eyes, slime leaking from their skin and their gills. Redfern,
Yes, that's me.
you're up next. Alukir, the creatures all make one sound as they approach you. Woof, woof, woof.
I think Elker just whispers under his breath, "We'll see you eventually."
Before we move forward, Alakir, can you make me a charisma saving throw real quick?
Yeah.
This might come up in just a moment. Okay.
Mhm.
Redfern,
Yep.
you are not in your current state. You have flesh, you have hair, you have clothing. You are not a dragon. You are in a dark forest. The sound of rustling leaves and branches filling the air around you as you can hear the sound of waves crashing against the shore. Do you follow the sound?
I will.
Following the sound, you emerge from the forest and find yourself standing on the edge of a rocky cliff overlooking the ocean. Can you give me a dex save?
Sure. Dex. Save.
Oh,
Oh,
I
jeez.
mean, oh fuck.
Okay. You take a single step forward, and your foot slips on a loose stone, and you plummet off the cliff. As you fall, you realize you are not alone. You see your companion. Oh, and OOC, do you mind me sharing the name of your companion?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. You see Freya is falling alongside you, her body twisted and contorted in an unnatural way. What do you do as you see her falling next to you?
Well, I imagine Redfern's face will twist in rage as he sees that.
Okay. Twisted with rage, you both crash into the water. As you try to swim in its current, you can't move. Looking down, you see that your bodies are glued, melted together, and your bodies are beginning to mesh like metal in a forge.
Try to struggle against it, I guess.
Yeah,
Instinctually.
give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. The struggle, unfortunately enough, does you no good, as a massive tentacle wraps around you both, pulling you deep into the depths of the ocean. You struggle against it, but it's no use. As you're dragged deeper, you catch the glimpse of a creature, a monster, looming in the darkness. Its massive eyes fixate on you, and you can feel a sense of dread wash over you, squeezing the life out of you as you sink into the abyss. Give me a wisdom save to resist the encroaching fear.
I'm gonna not hero point. I'm gonna flash fiction that it's 300% safe.
Okay, you can add a d6.
So 20.
You do your best to steel yourself against the effects, but unfortunately,
And I see that cost.
you want to succeed at a cost out of combat. Okay.
I can or I can't.
You can. That would put it up to a 23. You were able to shake off the effects of fear, but you are winded, trying to force your body to not allow this creature to get to win in this moment. You struggle against the creature's grasp, trying to break free from its tentacles, but they hold fast, tightening around you like a vice. You can feel the pressure on your chest and lungs increasing as you realize that you are running out of air.
Oh, well, that's not good. Struggle against it. Try to fight back or do something that not drown in the depths of the ocean.
The creature opens its massive beak to say something. And Redfern, all you hear is a crackling laughter.
I do have a question.
Sure?
It says end of the next long rest. We're in the middle of a long rest. Does this end at the end of this long rest?
No, that would be the next long rest, not the current long
Okay.
rest. As you can see,
Yeah, I just want to double check.
if this result occurs during a long rest or camp, oof, oof. Okay,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
okay.
We're done with my scene, right? Just one check.
For now, Marceline, you find yourself standing alone in a vast, desolate wasteland. The air is thick with the stench of decay. And echoing through it is that sweet laughter that you have heard before. Looking down to your hands, you see that you are holding that artifact that called you to the Shadowfell, the one that took your life and bound you to its will. As you look across this desolate place, the ground begins to shake. Marceline, what do you do as the ground is shaking under your feet?
Would it be reasonable to say she recognizes this as a dream?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
You.
Ooh.
Hey.
This feels pretty real to you.
Mm,
I'm not high enough.
impressive.
That is correct.
Well, there's nowhere to take cover or anything, so she'll simply stab the blade into the ground and brace.
A horde of twisted creatures begin emerging from the earth around you. Goatlings, Lamia, Maenad, skeletons begin to swarm towards you, their eyes fixated on the artifact in your hands. Do you try to fight these creatures off?
Yeah, definitely. Go down to swinging.
Okay, give me a strength saving throw as these creatures are starting to rush you.
Man.
Okay. You try to fight these creatures off, but the creatures are relentless. Their attacks focused solely on you. You feel their claws and teeth shredding you like a paper against a dagger. Their magic draining your very soul. All while that laughter echoes through the landscape.
Oop.
As you continue to fight, you notice their forms are shifting and changing, becoming more grotesque and terrifying with each passing moment. Realize that you are not fighting a group of monsters, but a force of nature itself.
She's
Can you
still
give
not
me-
going to quit. She's basically been doing that for 7 years.
Can you give me a charisma saving throw as this is happening?
Oh, my worst save.
Okay. You, for maybe the first time in a long time, feel dread and fear in your heart as it pounds desperately, trying to fend these creatures off. But their attacks only grow stronger and stronger as they have pulled you to the ground. Only the sound of a woman's laughter echoing in your ears. Heroes, can you all give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh boy.
No.
Everyone?
Yeah, everybody.
I have advantage on
no!
the saving throws. That was good.
I-
That was good.
Like to
Oh,
ask
wait, I
a
was looking at
question.
the wrong dice.
Is this a
No.
magical spell?
Is this a magical spell? It is not a spell, but it is a magic effect.
Oh no.
I mean, I
think
technically
it's not
have.
good.
I don't know if Arcane Instinct would help in this case. When you're a target of a spell that requires a saving throw. Okay.
Technically, I would take the first two rolls that were technically intelligence, 17 and 10, or do you want me to take the second two rolls? Because technically I have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
So it looks like your modifier is the same for intelligence or wisdom saves. So I guess your intelligence save would be a 21 in this case.
Yeah, sure. I'm willing to take it. I'm just one check with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add my Faxpiration onto this roll.
Okay.
I think
So it's 16.
I'll do the same. Also, I don't know if it. I have no idea if it matters, but I have advantage on saving throws against charmed condition. Probably not, but just wanted to throw it out there.
Sure. So if you rolled less than a 23, you did not succeed.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I did call it. I was going to use inspiration on that, so it's a 17.
At least I did get 23.
Okay. So during this effect, if you did not roll lower than a 23,
So lower
you're
than
going to
23.
take. Sorry, just reading the effect. You're going to take 11 points of psychic damage from this effect.
That's not good.
Cool.
And you do not gain the benefit of the long rest.
I'm dead again.
I'm not. I'm down.
Yeah, so am I.
So, Angus, you die in your sleep, and so does Redfern. You guys keel over. As this happens, Marceline and Angus, you wake up from the effects of this dream, and
You mean Alec here?
Yes, Alec here and Marceline. Oh, you guys wake up from the effects of the dream, and you see that your allies are trying to shake Redfern and Angus awake. Desperately.
Um.
And this is the next morning, I should say.
Oh, great.
Okay. Okay. So, feeling the pain in my mind and kind of making the connection, Alkir's gonna rush over to both Redfern and Angus and cast Spare the Dying on them. Actually, he's gonna dual wield. He's gonna touch Redfern, cast Spare the Dying, and then just shoot his hand over towards Angus and cast Spare the Dying as a bonus action.
So does that mean that me and Alec here got our long rest since we succeeded?
Yeah, if
I
you
did not succeed.
Yeah, if you
You
succeeded,
follow what?
you got the benefits of a long rest. And Redfern, because of your cursed magic item, you have to make a separate save to see if you also wake up with exhaustion.
Wisdom, right?
But it doesn't matter because we're unconscious, right?
You can make the mind stat saves while unconscious.
19.
Okay.
Con's a weird one.
Yeah, you can still make con saves, but you can't make strength or dex saves. So, Redfern, you still have only one level of exhaustion. But you guys are stabilized as your allies are basically trying to shake them awake. And Cairo would say, What just happened? Their noses and ears just started bleeding. What is going on?
Link just spits a loogie on the ground and says, "Listeria."
He messed with our dreams.
Doesn't it ever get old tormenting mortals? Don't you have anything better to do?
A hand rests on your shoulder. It's the hand of Lorius. And he says, Don't antagonize the Lady of Dreams. She can attack us the only place that we are vulnerable.
He just points at Redfern and Angus like she just did.
He blushes and says, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Gods running roughshod with doing whatever they want with mortal lives.
Hercus will approach you, Angus, and he says, one of these bad boys will hopefully help you up. And Hercus will put a blueberry the size of a basketball inside of your, or excuse me, a baseball inside your mouth and begin to move your mouth up and down. Angus, you regain 1 hit point as you eat his fist-sized berry. Hercus will run over and also shove a fist-sized berry into Redfern's mouth.
He'll wake up coughing.
Do you have any more of those, Hercus?
He says, "Oh, I've got 8 more. I can only do this once a day."
I'll take it.
Can we take another long rest?
Who would like to eat of Hercus's berries? He has 8 left.
I'll take a couple.
Elgar definitely wants to because his head hurts like hell.
Well,
Hey.
so that was 3. So he's got 7 left. Should he give just like an even amount to everybody? Give 2 to Redfern, 2 to Alakir, 2 to Angus. Keep 1 for himself.
It's a good idea.
I mean, shouldn't Alakir be healed since he also got the long rest?
I did not.
But you didn't have advantage?
No. Well, I mean, unless it was a charm condition, which I don't think it was.
I read the ability.
For some reason, I thought you rolled a 26.
I mean, I would have loved to have 26, but no. I mean, with inspiration, it was a 32, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks. I was really counting on a specific spell at the end of this rest.
I think we take another long rest after this, honestly.
How are we supposed to take long rest when she goes into our head and doesn't let us rest?
I don't know, but we can't do anything about this. We have to rest again. We're not ready to head back to
There are
Astoria.
methods. We just haven't discovered them yet.
What do we do?
We can't do anything.
Maybe this place is... Maybe she's stronger in this place because it was under her control for a long time.
Okay, maybe we pull the lever and get the hell out of here then?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
Okay.
I don't think our fortunes will change if we stay here.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I can barely walk.
Same.
I'm in no position to go to Astoria, honestly. I have to sleep here.
Let's just try to get out of the cave and then we'll see.
The Flame Princess...
The Tribe still owes us a favor. Maybe another night of hospitality.
Will pull up from the lava bath. She stretches long, and she says, "Was there an issue, everyone? I slept like a baby."
Don't mock me. Redfern will get really pissy at Pyragria.
Well, what? I don't know what happened. I was just under my lava, and then I wake up to all this screaming. What happened?
Our lady decided to visit us in our sleep and try to kill us again.
Ooh, well that's no good. Did you all do something to piss Lutheria off?
What did we not do to piss her off?
Oof.
Alkir will just kind of gesture to the entire room that's smeared in dog blood and say, well, that's for one.
Well, maybe you're going to have to do something to make it up to her. I don't know. I hear women like diamonds.
No.
Okay.
Well,
I'm not... Redfern just sighs and walks away.
We don't have diamonds.
She might have a point, though. Perhaps we have to... as much as I hate to say it, perhaps we need to make a temporary amend so that she leaves us alone.
Could be. Well, I've got some work to do. Good luck, you all. And she disappears back below the lava.
I have no idea what the hell is going on. I just want to sleep again and not die in my sleep. What do we do?
Can Redfern try to pull the lever while she's out here? She just wants to get this over with.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So, Redfern,
Yeah.
you pull the lever, and the entire dungeon explodes. Can't pay. No, I'm just kidding.
Rocks fall, Redfern dies.
We'll be surprised.
Oh my gosh.
It's not like it changes much if she dies. I'll lose like 1 hit point. Like that changes nothing.
Well,
So, as you pull the lever, there is a grating sound as rocks rub against rocks, gears activate pulleys, and there is a split in the waterfall. And the waterfall begins to move apart like a vanishing partition, and you can see out into the daylight, and the river Archelon is stretched out in front of you, and you see that you are beneath the waterfall that you all fought under, killed under. This bay is large enough to fit a galleon of immense size.
Okay, we can do something now. We don't have a boat. We're also on a landlocked sea. So, yeah. Okay, River's just gonna head back.
What did you
well,
find?
Nothing. It just opens the waterfall. It like divides it so someone can come in, but we're in the landlocked sea. I don't see the point of it.
You know, I can heal you guys. It won't be
I'm
pleasant.
not taking your healing.
I would say maybe it's more for a life and death situation. Right now we are a little bit more on the life side.
Yeah, Redfern is very pissy at the moment, if you couldn't tell.
I don't know what to do. We need to rest.
Yeah, we have. I think we have to rest outside or something.
We can rest outside, and Pirkage actually raises an interesting point. Kyra, what do you do when a god is pissed at you?
Well, typically you gotta make sacrifices or prostrate in front of them, but
I'm not doing those.
I was gonna say, do any of you plan on doing so for the Lady of Dreams?
I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the last sacrifice that we were supposed to do to Sidon and shit was to, like, survive a night and kill my sister. I mean, do we want to go through with that? Maybe we need to find a way to just sleep. What if we use the horn of Almitra?
If you can call that rest.
That's a drink. I think that doesn't actually like.
No, that does a thing. It makes it at a character that makes people sleep.
It
Yeah,
did
it
give us a
knocks
long
us
rest.
out.
It's edible and shit.
It also made you trip balls.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we can try, but I'm not sure we should do it in here because this place may be cursed by her.
All right, we should just leave then.
Yeah, maybe we should
There is
just camp
still something
outside.
I must get before I leave.
Well, yeah, we should definitely leave either way, but the problem with the horn is that we will be knocked out for a full day.
Yeah,
No one to defend us.
and
Today
I'm
is
also.
coronation.
I literally cannot get into any fights at this point because I will go down, and I'm presumably in a similar position.
As you say that thing about the fights, Corinna stands up, Hercus stands up, Jimmy stands up, and Loria stands up, and they say, "You have someone to defend you. We are here to defend you."
Okay.
We
Okay,
just
let's go outside.
With his
You're right,
soul,
then.
he's gonna die.
Can we just get this over with and go outside? I don't see the point of just discussing this.
Yes, we will go outside as soon as we can.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
I'm sorry, Karina. I misspoke. My head is in a messy place right now.
See, sorry for being too rude. I'm like trying to play Redfern very pissy. Sorry for being
You're
rude.
fine.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm reacting to Redfern.
I just want to. I didn't know if I'm being too hurt too hard.
All good.
Corinna will say, "Everyone, didn't the dwarves of Astoria and Vulcan say this place was cursed?"
Yep,
Did?
they did.
Yeah, let's get the
He
friend.
did.
They also said the
did.
curse was because of that, and Marceline points at the Cerberus corpse.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to lift the Cerberus course and let's throw this in the waterfall and get the fuck out.
No, wait, I need his heart.
Well, then take the damn heart.
You get hard and get out.
Didn't you already take his heart?
I think he already took the heart.
Upstairs. the nasty rotten one upstairs. This one's fresh.
I mean, it's got a day old, but I mean, get the heart and let's get the fuck out of here.
I
Yeah.
still need to speak to the dead.
Okay.
Your dad will help you lift up the corpse, Angus, by the way.
Okay. Thank you, Father.
Well, you have a few minutes to try and call for them. If they don't come, we should leave.
We can come back, Marceline.
I don't think I can wait for this.
Then call for
Well,
them.
Then just do it now. You don't have forever.
Should just get up, pick up Yada, and walk down the hallway.
Okay.
Do any dead still walk these halls?
Marceline, what type of ritual are you going to try to do to accomplish your goal? Tell us. What do you do?
I mean, it's not quite as text as written, but I do have speak with dead.
Must be nice.
You'll get
Aw.
it soon.
Eventually.
Oh yeah, because you gain the benefits of a long rest, and because actually everyone,
I'm used to the nightly torments.
quick timeout. Even though you did not gain the benefits, you guys can level up to level 5.
Oh, that's
Okay,
nice.
cool. Do we get the HP from that then?
I mean, do we?
Sure, you can gain the if you're
The one he died.
yeah, if you're like a D10, you can gain that 6 HP.
Okay.
And we're rolling the dice, right?
For hit points, you can
Yeah.
take average, but if you want to
Okay.
roll, you can.
I'm gonna roll. Why not?
Okay,
I'm gonna
me too.
roll, so I'm gonna do a R1D10 plus 4.
It gives you a roll. Holy shit! I got a 16.
I got a
my
14.
Yo,
Oh,
nice.
fuckers!
What
That's
was it?
that's plus like the toughness XP, so that's really like 16.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. And it's gonna be like a 3.
Oh, I got a 12. Nice.
Yeah, I called it.
Nice. We both,
Yeah.
Redford and I, crit. Nice.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys
not
Yeah.
rolling. I'm not putting my fate up to the luck. Fuck the fates.
So 49 plus 16
you can-
is going to be.
Oh, you did it
Uh,
manually. It technically does that when you level up.
Yeah,
I'm at 64.
this is why Angus has 87 hit points at level 5, because he's
Ugh.
old, very hot for rolling for HP.
You know, honestly, I've been taking the average for most of the time. So I think this is the first time I've technically rolled.
Just barbarian things.
Barbarians. Anyway,
Now, Angus,
hi.
on your character sheet,
Yeah.
quick little aside for your wild surge.
Yes, I saw that. So
Yeah, we now just have the lone D8 at the bottom to
Gotcha.
to show us which one it was. So for in this example, it was number 5.
It would be the rage, the force 6, the retribution. This one.
Yep. So now you have all of those tabulated into your sheet.
Excellent.
Now,
Thank you.
I want to see if this works. Let's target
Okay.
you. Teleport. Oh yes, it does work.
Yay.
So now
I can teleport.
when you do the teleport, it'll make a little circle, and then you can click the square, and then you'll like teleport there.
Oh, cool.
Oh no,
Yeah, he disappeared. So
I'll have
Into
to
the
work on
void.
that. Why are you gone? Oh no.
I don't know.
Okay. That's fine.
There goes my hero.
So
Oh,
I had to kill
I'm
you,
so dark. Not again.
and we'll bring you back. I'll have to work on that macro so that you just
Sure.
come back. Okay. So Marceline, you're trying to speak to the dead. Tell us what you doing? What you doing here?
The spell itself won't strictly work. She will first take blood of the Cerberus upstairs and put it on the ground, write some runes around it. Then she'll take the blood from the Cerberus down here and put blood in there as well. And then she'll prick her palm and put a drop of her own blood as well. And then she'll cast precipitation to spark it on fire. And with it all burned, she will call out to the spirits and say, "The deed has been done. The forge is lit. Any spirits who walk these halls, I request an audience."
Okay. So everyone in the party, do you guys want to be near Marceline when she does?
I do.
this?
I don't.
I will be right next to Marceline as Pythor takes the Cerberus and just like, oh, just leave it there. Marceline's doing a thing. I want to make sure she's okay.
Redfern is being pouty outside, so no, she is not.
I'll just stay in line of sight, but not close.
You're
Okay.
missing out.
Marceline, perhaps you don't get exactly what you wanted. Everyone in attendance, you see a green scythe pierce the veil of reality. And it cuts through that veil, the space-time itself, into a rift. Through the rift, you see flowering plants, frolicking nymphs, and all sorts of creatures in various states of nudity.
Oh. Is that what
As-
was supposed to happen, Marceline?
As the rift
No.
opens further, a gigantic woman steps out of the rift.
I've got a green side too, see?
Oh, God, no.
I'm not attacking her. I'm just saying I have a green side too, see?
You
Okay.
see she has a glowing red eye that darts about the room. Beautiful. Almost floor-length blonde hair and raven eyes. She has a pouty smile on her lips as she walks through the rift. And she says, "Was someone trying to speak to the dead without asking me first? Naughty, naughty."
Something just glares. I didn't call you.
Ooh, that's where you're wrong, little bird. You called out for the dead. And who am I? She asks incredulously to everyone in the room.
Not
I
dead.
have no idea who you are.
She laughs. I, period, am, period, death.
Hello, Death.
But you are not dead.
She says, "I am what I need to be." And she waves at Angus because you were so nice to her. She says, "Oh, hello."
So, Marceline, what were you trying to do?
I was trying to speak to the dwarves who were freed of their curse.
Oh.
Clearly, somebody didn't like that.
Oh, okay. We apologize. We accidentally called you.
She looks to you and she says, "Why would you think anyone is free from one of my little curses? I
Yeah,
didn't
I get
agree to
that now.
break it."
I mean, we don't really know what's going on. We're just kind of tired, and we just kind of want to go home and sleep.
Oh, sleep. Isn't it a beautiful thing?
Not lately.
She holds her hand over her mouth and laughs. I wonder why that could be.
Oh no.
She looks to the two gods that are in the room, and you see that Kyra is almost shaking, pressing her back against the wall like a cat, frightened by what is happening. And you see that Pythor is slowly approaching, and he has his weapon drawn.
But no, put that away. It's fine. Well, no one's fighting here. We just need to go.
He looks to
Take your
you,
piece and leave.
Angus,
Yeah.
and he says, Son, back away from that woman. You don't know who she is."
I mean, yeah, and honestly, if this is her, we're just leaving. Okay.
She takes a step forward, almost as if she is sleepwalking through this plane. And she says, "You want to talk to the dead. I control who does so. Marceline. She looks at you, her eyes almost seeing through you as her red eye looks you up and down.
Marceline is still kneeling before her ritual, and she hasn't moved, just looking up at Lutheria.
She says, so, what are you gonna give me so that you can finish your little ritual?
She raises an eyebrow. Oh, what do you want?
Ooh, that's a great question. She scans the room.
Something of me and no one else.
Well, you don't get to decide that now, do you?
I can simply cut my losses.
She says, I guess you could. But then you won't have anything either.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
She looks and begins to clap. Ooh, I see something that I want. Ooh, and it's a cute little thing, too.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I'm not little.
Oh, don't worry. I've got plans for you. Angus? Or should I call you Eros? Or should I call you Slave?
Does she know my name?
Uh,
Oh, look at the dog. How does she know my name?
The dog goes, whoop. Your father will whisper, that's Lutheria, son. Goddess of death.
Oh, hi. Oh, that's Luthier. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
She begins to wiggle her fingers at you to say hello.
Hi.
Marceline, you can tell from how she's acting, she'll give you what you want, but you have to give her Halda.
Marceline's tail would just wrap around Yalda. Yanko goes, over my dead body.
Ooh. We're already going that direction, are we?
No.
She looks around the room. Ooh. Poor priest of my mother. What has happened to you? As she looks to Alakir.
Well, half of it can be explained by your actions alone. And he'll kind of give like a small tilt of the head in sort of in acknowledgement of her, divine authority, but also his stance. Like he's in a bit of a standoff mode.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not giving her too much. Just acknowledging and respecting the boundary here.
She looks around the room. She's almost ignoring you right now, Marceline, as she sees Kyra, and she says, ooh, the goddess of music and trickery. Tell me, would you all like to hear a joke? I'm sure that she is always giving you jokes and funny stories. And I've been coming up with some of my own.
Then she just crosses her arms.
We don't have to hear a joke. We could just leave.
Oh, come on. Don't be such a poor sport.
I mean, it's not really a poor sport if we just want to go sleep.
She's like, listen to my joke, please.
What will you give me in exchange? Just kidding. You couldn't tell your joke.
Oh. She looks at you. She's like, I thought you were going to be a shrewd negotiator.
I mean, I can be. It better be a good joke, because Kyra's pretty good at jokes.
And Kyra says, don't, no. And she says, clears her throat. What is brown and gurgles?
My stomach?
And she says, close. Would anyone else like to take a guess?
Celine braces an eyebrow and says a goatling after you've slit its throat.
She says, ooh, you were even closer. But nope. And she sighs and she says, huh, you are almost so close. A baby in a casserole, of course. And then she laughs with cackling laughter as she says this.
Angus awkwardly laughs. Very amusing.
I looked at your cookbook.
Clap,
You
clap,
really
clap.
like salt, don't you?
Very, very nice.
And she says, thank you. I have one more if you're willing to listen.
What will you give me?
Ooh. What is it that you want?
What do I want for a joke? What would be a good thing to exchange for joke?
Celine
A
just
good
smiles.
night's sleep.
That'd be nice. I'd like a good night's sleep in exchange for a joke.
She looks to you and she says, ooh, that's a great exchange. I, the goddess of death, the mistress of dreams, will ensure that you all receive a good night's rest this upcoming evening if you listen to my joke.
We are waiting.
What is the difference between an onion and a baby?
One cries, one makes you cry.
She looks and she says, ooh, oh, so close, but not quite.
One doesn't cry when you peel it.
And she says, interesting thought. But
Knowing you,
One-
the answer is probably people cry if you cut up one of them.
she says, almost. I only cry when I chop up onions. That's the difference.
So basically what I said.
Makes sense.
She laughs heartily. You see that her cheeks become bright red as she's grabbing a hold of her knees as she says her joke.
Very funny.
You know, dead baby jokes aren't exactly a new concept.
And she says, ooh, do you know some? And she leans in as close to you as she can without kissing you. Tell me one.
Out of character, I'm trying to remember how this one goes.
You see that Kyra is looking at you all like, don't entertain her dead baby jokes. They're the lowest form of humor. They're not even jokes. They're just disgusting. Is the
No, the
feeling.
lowest form of humor is knock-knock jokes.
While Marceline is contemplating her joke, can Alkir try to look at Lutheria real hard and see if he gets undead energy from her?
Oh,
You probably just burned your retinas.
so your Eyes of the Grave reveal no undead energy from her at all. If you had a different feature from a different class, you might be able to learn more if you had a certain divine sense.
Well,
I've got the joke for you.
She looks to you, Angus. Ooh, please. I'm all ears.
I turn to Pythor and Kyra. Please cover your ears. And turns back.
They do so.
A gladiator went into the battlefield with his dick out and came back victorious. Because the penis is mightier than the sword.
She begins to laugh. Ooh, your wordplay was quite fun. Angus, I promise that for the rest of your life, you will have good dreams, because you told me a good joke.
Bows deeply. Thank you very much, madam.
You see that she is smiling evilly as she said that.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh wait, this joke
This will be
doesn't
great.
work.
Is
This
it
joke
worth
doesn't
it?
work.
Hey!
Your insight check reveals that the definition of good is defined by her when she made this
Uh.
promise.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so Marceline, she's still waiting. What do you got for her?
Well, I had to look it up to remember how it goes, and I don't think that makes sense in universe. So instead, I'll go with this one. And it's a how many babies does it take to paint a wall red?
And she says, "Ooh, I don't know. I've never painted a wall."
Marceline just shrugs. Depends on how hard you throw them.
You see that she snorts like a pig as she laughs so hard. She'll say, "That was a good one. That was a good one." Ooh. And then she looks to you, Marceline. What is it exactly that you wanted?
To speak to the dead that you bound to the oars in this mine.
And she says, "Oh, oh, you want to just talk to them? Oh, why didn't you just say so? I, Lutheria, goddess of death, allow you to speak to the spirits that inhabit the ore of the mithril mines." And she will take a step back.
Marceline just raises an eyebrow. You mean to say they're still there?
She says, "Some ghosts are naughty, naughty. They were bad in life and even worse in their afterlife. So some of them have to remain here until I say otherwise."
See. Still not the worst fate I can think of.
She nods. So you speak out to the spirits of the mithril mind. A singular spirit will appear and look to you in horror. So, per the spell, Speak with Dead, you can proceed.
Looking past it, Marceline would say, "You weren't here the last time they spoke to me."
She nods and she says, "Well, I can't be everywhere at once, can I, darling? Sometimes."
How come you have time to spare now?
She looks at you and she says, "Well, let's just say I'm on break from what I was doing earlier."
And what were you doing, if you don't mind my asking?
She says, "Ooh, that'll cost you. I'll tell you, but you gotta give me something first."
I'm not
Give you-
that curious.
I mean, I could give you another dirty joke.
She says, "For that, I'll be wanting something else.
Okay.
If someone gives me their eye, I'll tell you."
Once again, not something that's new.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Are you sure?
Thank you, though.
It was something quite spicy. And all you need to give me is your eye. And matter of fact, I'll give you an eye back. What's the saying? An eye for an eye?
There are stories of what the Whispered One has done with his. I'm not taking that offer. I'm not a fool.
You could have fooled me. She laughs.
Ho. Marceline, that's the ghost thing. Let's go.
Hold on, let me. What's the wording of the spell again?
Redfern, you hear the haunting voice, by the way, of Lutheria all the way from where you are situated.
Redfern is trying not to look in that direction. Really hard not to look in that direction.
Just to confirm, we leveled up, but we do not have higher level spell slots if we are, a cleric.
So you, let's say from leveling up, you would have gained some new spell slots. You would have access to those spell slots in the moment.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you want to like hit her with vampiric touch, just to be like, fuck you, Lutheria, you could do that.
She'd
No.
probably look at you and then swat you playfully for trying to cope a feel.
Or she would
That
bite
or
you.
squash you like a bug.
I could have tried to hit her with Dispel Magic, maybe, but I wouldn't have prepared it, so it's gonna be for another day.
I was gonna say you don't get banishment until way later, right?
Well, Banishment is a higher level spell, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
banishment is 4th level.
Yeah, and we don't have 4th level yet. Okay.
Plus, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure she would have
probably.
saved against that like 100 times.
Oh yeah, totally.
You're probably like there's very resistant to that, or whatever the actions are called in this game.
She would just laugh and she'd be like, "That's fun."
You banish
Yeah,
her, and
basically.
she just comes out of another rift in time, space time.
That was nice. Do it again.
Okay, so what are you asking this ghosty? He doesn't have all day.
Well, clearly since Lutheria all but confirmed to me that the ore deposits are indeed still here, that's one question I don't have to ask. So I will instead ask to him, are there any kyanite deposits within this mine?
The ghost looks to you and says, "In life, we did not harvest that mineral, but we did see it here in the mines."
Are there any chunks especially attuned to death? Be it mithril or kyanite.
You see Lutheria is kind of chuckling as she holds her mouth, and the ghost says, "All of the ore has been possessed by death."
Can you lead me to the ore?
Yes.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but then by all means, lead the way.
That wasn't a question. Or are you asking
said-
him?
Oh, I'm saying do it.
You said, "Could you lead me to the ore?" Yes. You should ask him, "Will you lead me to the ore right now?" Is the question you want to ask him. Good. You're on question 3, so I don't want to take away your player agency.
How dare you reenact the D&D movie trailer meme at me?
Deal
It's
with it,
just-
Marceline.
It's just a spell, man.
But then,
Got it.
I've never seen the trailer.
can you
Gotta
take me
work
there
with it.
right now?
I could.
I can't believe you baited you into that.
Marceline just deadpan stares and then looks up at Lutheria. Very funny.
She laughs.
Are you going to let him do what I asked of him or not?
She says, "I'm not doing anything but sitting here." You're not very experienced in this game, are you? You have one final question to ask the spirit.
If you will not lead me there, give me detailed instructions on how to get to said ore.
So the spirit will tell you that the ore deposits are all within the cavernous hole that you guys saw, and that to get to them, you will need scaffolding and probably a rope sort of situation to rappel down to the ore deposits.
We've got those.
Okay.
The
Thank
spirit
you.
disappears. Lutheria says, "See, that wasn't all that hard. Though it was kind of funny you asked that spirit the same question twice."
Well, he clearly lied to me. If I asked him to take me, you can do it right now, and then he didn't.
You got to ask your questions more carefully.
Is that all you wanted?
Oh, sometimes I just like to check in on mortals to make sure they're all doing okay. And it seems you all are doing great.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
I'd ask if you had anything better to do, but it's clear you don't.
She laughs. You're so rude. She looks around to your party members. Has she always been this rude? And has it gotten her into trouble yet?
No, it's been fine mostly.
Mm.
I was under the impression you know her for longer than we do.
Ooh.
No, my power does not come from her.
Well, true. But you did die multiple times. That can't
All
have
the things
escaped.
that can happen to me after death, whatever she decides is third on my list of what I'm most afraid of.
You
That may be
see,
true, but dying surely must put you on her radar. Okay, I should phrase it better. Dying should definitely
Your attention.
catch her attention. Yes, thank you.
you see Lutheria's smile kind of broadens. And she says, ooh. One who's died so many times, and yet you're not in my sea. Interesting. She looks at you, and her smile grows almost grotesquely wide as it crosses underneath her ears.
Whoa.
And she says, well, hopefully you'll come down to see me sometime. You all have an open invitation to the Hypnos, my pleasure barge. You'll just have to get your own way down into the nether seas. I'm sure you would love to see it.
And the skies are right, the moon is empty, and the birds no longer sing, perhaps.
She looks to you and says, so rude. Just disregarding my feelings like that. Well,
You seem like the type of person that it's a 50-50 chance you'd either be amused or offended. It seems I was right in my gamble.
she says, maybe you're reading me incorrectly.
Maybe.
You'll just have to find out the next time you sleep. And she'll walk away.
Do you want to hear one more joke before you leave?
Marceline's
She
tail smacks Angus on the hand.
Ow!
turns back to you and says, of course, as she flips her hair over her shoulder.
Where do skeleton gladiators fight?
Ooh, tell me.
In the calcium.
She laughs. She says, ooh, that one was quite humorous.
Oh ho 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 ho.
Next time I'll have to tickle you on your funny bone, Angus.
Okay.
You feel your father's hand on your shoulder, gripping. She says, well, everyone, I hope that you had fun, and I hope that we get to see each other soon. And she looks to Marceline, really soon, as her red eye scans you up and down, and she will cut another hole in reality and step through.
Okay, you got your answer. Can we go now?
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
I need to get what I came for.
I know, but it's down that. Okay. Let's go. I'll take you.
Thank you, Angus. She gets up, does her pants off, and then just steps her foot in the little ritual thingy and smears it everywhere. Won't be needing that again.
Alger will go and check on Redfern and say, so we talked to Lutheria. We need to get out. I think we're planning to go back the way we came. So
Why?
So just to be clear, did I actually have to spend the spell points for that, or?
Oh, 100%.
All right.
because Marceline wants to get some more. I'm not making this up. And Elgir will just
I believe
walk
you.
back
I
to
heard it.
walk
heard
back to the
from-
forge.
Yeah, it didn't sound fun. Let's go. Let's go.
Is the elevator intact?
Yes, thankfully enough, Pythor's jumping and ripping and all of that stuff did not break the elevator too far. So, is Marceline set to do this all on her lonesome?
No, I'm helping.
Well, I mean, we're all going that way, so we'll be close-ish. But yeah, if Hanks wants to help physically, for sure.
Yeah, I'll help physically.
Okay, so
It was down
this.
the shaft over here.
No, it's upstairs.
Oh.
It's where the big hole is. I believe
I mean,
that's.
This is the big hole.
Yeah,
No.
there
Oh,
is
it
a-
is?
Yeah, there's a big hole down here that you guys.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's
I
the
can't
same
see.
shaft.
Never mind.
Oh, I thought we were going upstairs. It's very dark. I'm going to light a torch.
Oh, see, you guys could have actually climbed down this thing.
Oh,
It would have been
could have
very
gotten the
risky,
drop.
but
Or we could take the elevator.
Yes.
Okay.
And burn alive, but
Anyway, let me, I guess, do the heavy lifting. What do you want me
Yes.
to do, Marceline?
Marcy's first gonna light a torch and then just chuck it down the hole. See the light and what it reveals as it goes down.
Okay. Go ahead and spend a torch. You light it, you toss it down, and the torch travels for several seconds before it hits the ground below, making a thud. Using 5th edition rules, a creature or object, when it's falling, instantly falls like 500 feet in 6 seconds. So it could be
Okay.
500 feet to the bottom.
Xanathar's offers a different set, but Xanathar's is contradictory at the best of times.
welcome to Fiery.
Okay. I guess let me get out some climbing equipment and I'll head down.
Quick timeout. Falling is instantaneous or 500 feet per round with Xanathar's rules. A round is 6 seconds.
I'm also thinking of something else than that said 60 feet. Featherfall? Probably.
Anyway,
Did
I
I
don't
see
have-
any of the...
oh,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. Continue.
Did I see any of the ore glint as that torch went down?
Okay. It sounds like we're in need of a skill challenge.
I would like to assist.
I don't think you can assist in this one.
So
I mean, I've got my own torch on, so.
Yeah, but I assume it's gonna be like Jeweler's Tools Intelligence or something.
That's true. I do have smithing tools, so I know about forging and stuff.
So
Oh, and ore. Yeah, that's pretty good.
as you toss the torch down the cavern here, the hole that they use to mine the ore, you can give me perception to see if you noticed the ore that you were wanting to see.
Okay. Can Angus still help on this one, or?
So this is going to be a skill challenge. So I'm actually going to grab all of you guys. Boop. And
Cool.
roll all. So Marceline, your first action here in the skill challenge. Boop. I know that you guys are in a different order, but that's fine.
Oh,
so
come on.
is perception.
I will burn my faxeration for that.
Okay.
Boop.
Ooh.
What are your initiative again?
18.
We're on like a skill challenge thing.
Correct.
Yep.
Marceline, you are pretty close, but I don't know if that's going to do it.
Wait, it's gonna be a 20 for everybody?
I didn't say that, but your check is an 18, and you are within succeeded a cost range. But right now,
Fine, be that way. I'll do this too.
Also, that was super salty.
Mars,
Please do not
She's
speak
got-
to me like that.
All right.
Okay, so glimpse the future. So that makes it a
21.
21. Alrighty. A 21 succeeds. So you believe you saw a vein of the kyanite ore in the ravine.
The where?
In the ravine, the hole, in the thing that you guys are looking at currently.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we got a perception from Marceline to point out the ore. Redfern, what are you going to do to help the party succeed here in getting the ore?
I don't really know if I'm sure how much stake in this, but she'll kind of look. I don't know. Dragon. This is gonna sound really weird. Dragon mineral sense because dragons like gold. I don't know. Can they sense?
Into like
Dragons do that?
evolved climbing claws or something, Marceline says.
Well, yeah, I don't have climbing claws. I can't do that.
Okay.
Okay, so what skill, ability, or once per day class feature are you going to use to try to help them out?
I am thinking because I'm not entirely sure actually. Uh, I am going to. I legitimately don't know because Redford doesn't really have much stake in this anyways, and I don't really know like what I can do to help.
Okay.
I'll skip me for now, I guess.
We will
I'll see
skip
what you
you
think of
for
some.
this round. Alakir, how do you go to help them out?
Well, Helkir is a frail being, so I don't think physical stuff is for him, but perhaps he can help using magic somehow.
Mm.
So at this point, we know that the ore is in the ravine, perhaps around the walls or something. So here's what I wonder. Like, we can't see that well into the ravine, right? Basically, we don't have that, like, good light sources. So I'm thinking perhaps he could ask Corina to use her awesome archery skills to perhaps tie, like, a... Well, torch would be a bit too heavy, but... Oh, actually, yeah, he's gonna cast light on an arrow of hers and ask her to shoot the arrow, like, next to a, a sufficiently like a larger ore deposit that we saw, so that it is well illuminated and it's at least clear when to see once Marceline goes in and tries to get it.
Sure. Give me a survival check here as you're pointing out the places you want her to shoot.
Okay.
So since this is initiative, we can't help, or
Correct.
I'm gonna if I'm gonna spend her ability, the ability for the once per day ability for enhancing a shot, could I what would that do to this roll?
I will say you can add the die that it gives you to the survival check for this skill
Okay.
challenge.
That works,
Because
and
you're spending an ability.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure she also gives us a plus to survival naturally. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Where is she? Can't find her. Anyway, she does. So, yeah, so it's a survival. Ooh. And then I'm gonna use... Where is it? There it is. Okay, so
So it's up to
that's
a
not that lot.
14. You still have your Faxpiration die, I believe.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna use that as well.
oh, I'm touched.
15.
Okay, a 15 with your survival check, and when I do these, I often have a couple of secret skills. Survival was actually one of those secret skills. So a 15 is enough to succeed.
Okay. So now we
There,
have an arrow eliminating stuff.
yes, there is an arrow illuminating the ore. With that, Mr. Angus, what are you going to do to help out?
He's going to take some rope and get ready to rappel down to mine out the ore.
Excellent. Yeah, give me athletics here.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah, so that's a success.
I can barely tell what the dice is half the time. The design is so fancy.
Yeah, so that is a success as you get the ropes in perfectly so that you're going to be able to head over to the ore. Okay, so finally, Redfern, with all of those successes in mind, what do you do to keep these people on the right track?
I can't do. I don't know because well, I can't really do athletic stuff because I have the disadvantage that winded thing gives me disadvantage on athletics and acrobatic checks.
I mean, don't worry, you're exhausted anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. So yeah, that's true. I don't know. I still don't know the thing. Uh,
So do you just take one fail for the team this round?
I can try to hold. I can try to hold the rope with my weight. If that makes sense. Imagine probably the heaviest person in the party.
Okay, so I will let you know since you're doing athletics, this will be at a higher DC because it's already been used this round.
Okay. Can I
Uh,
do?
let's hold on to that thought. I'll let you think about it over the week, y'all. And I know that let's end a little premature here. Uh, so let's go back to the landing page.
Everything good?
Everything is fine. I am just getting a call here, and it is probably going to need my assistance. So we're ending a little bit early. We will pick up on the skill challenge next week with you guys getting the mine, getting the ore. All right. I hope you guys had a good evening. If you guys need me, at me in the Discord. I gotta get going.
Yeah.
I will see you guys
Sure.
next
Yeah.
week. Bye, guys.
Stay safe.
All right, guys. Come on. Let's go help Mama. Come on. We're gonna go help Mama. Everyone up. Everyone up. Come on.